for now. So if you have any questions, you can type them into the chat panel, and someone from our GBTC team will respond to you. And then at the end, we'll open it up for additional questions. And also, if you would want to use your microphone to ask us questions, we'll set it up so that you can use your microphone. So the recording for this will be available on the academic continuity site. So you all will be able to access this afterwards. And I'm going to go ahead and jump into what we're going to be covering today. So first off, let me tell you my name. My name is Erica Robertson. I am the training coordinator for GBTC. And you have the pleasure of having both me and Deborah Jackson with you today. And Deborah is the program support specialist for GBTC. And today, what we're going to cover is Deborah's going to come on. She's going to show you how to create a Collaborate session and set it up so that you can get recordings. And then I'll come back and show you how to download Collaborate recordings and upload that Collaborate video to YouTube. And then I'll show you how to add those subtitles to it. And then Deborah's going to come back and show you how to embed the video into a Blackboard course. All right, so Deborah, I'm going to pass it over to you. I'll stop sharing so you can get it. There you go. So whenever you're ready.
I think I shared the wrong screen. Let me go back and grab the right screen. Just a second.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, that's where I want to be. Hello, everyone. Like Erica said, my name is Deborah Jackson. And if you're coming into this and you're not familiar yet with Blackboard Collaborate Ultra, we also have another video on our site or recording on our site where you can actually find out more about using Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. Today, we're talking about how to do a recording and get it into YouTube and work with it in YouTube and then get it back into the course. So we're not going to go into a lot of the basics today, but we are going to show you how to get a recording. So once you're in your Blackboard Collaborate session in your course, and you do have to add that as a tool link, I will show you that real quick. You add it as a tool link, give it your name, and you would do Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. It's also available under your course tools when you first go into your course, so you can work with it before you give it anything to your students. So it's available in these two places, under course tools, and then you can add it as a tool link so your students can get to it. So once you're in that course, there's three little dots here for three little lines for a menu, and that's where you actually swap between sessions and recordings. So you see I've got one recording here that I've actually set up. So that's where you see, so I'll see my recordings, but you have your menu, and when it comes in, it's default on sessions, and then you can also go to your recordings from there. Today, I'm going to talk just a second about creating the session so that you can get to your recordings after they've been created. So you're going to create your session. You remember, if you haven't used it before, you do have to give your session a name. That's required. And then when you come down under session settings, the main thing you have to remember so that you can put this in YouTube is you have got to check allow recording downloads. Otherwise, you won't be able to download your recording and do what Erica's fixing to show you on how to put it in YouTube. Also, if you're doing a recording and you want your students to be able to download them from here, you have to check this. Now, if you're going to want to do the YouTube video, then you'll have to do something different. And we'll show you how to do that for embedding it. But in order for you to download it, you do have to check this box. I can't stress that enough. It has to be checked for you to download recording. Okay, Erica, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Okay, so let me share my screen. This one. Okay, so once you set up your collaborate session and you have enabled your recordings, then you will come to this page like I ever showed you before to access your recordings. Now the recordings, it'll take a minute for them to render, so they won't be ready immediately like time your session is over. So you'll need to wait a while for it to come out. It depends on how long the video is that determines how long you have to wait, but just know it's not immediate. So you can come back, keep a check out here to see if that recording is available. So once you select recordings, you go over to the last column and you'll see of the video that you want to download, and you'll see the three little dots and it will say recording options. Select that option and you have a download option. Okay, and that's how you would download the video, and then you can access it in your downloads folder. All right, so that's how you download your collaborate recording. So now I'm going to switch over to YouTube. Now, in order to upload your videos into YouTube, you'll need an account. If you don't have a YouTube account, you'll need to create one. So you'll need a Google account such as Gmail, and you'll log into YouTube using that Gmail account, the email and password. If you delete your Google account, you will delete your YouTube data as well. So keep that in mind. If you create that Gmail account, then to upload some videos to YouTube, then later decide you don't need the Gmail account, it's going to erase everything you have in YouTube. You'll also need to create a channel once you have your YouTube account. So if you go in to upload a video after you have your account, you go in to upload a video, it's going to prompt you to create a channel, and you'll just want to go through those steps to create that channel. And so if you want more information on that, I suggest doing a Google search on how to create a YouTube account or how to create a YouTube channel, and it's tons of information out there on how to do that. So let's go ahead and get into uploading our Collaborate recording. So you log into YouTube, and in the upper right corner, you have this camera with a plus sign on it. All right, so I'm going to select that option, and then I'm going to select Upload Video. And it's taking a minute. This has been going slow all day today. All right, and then you will select your file. So you can either drag and drop the file in here, or you can browse for it. So I'm going to select the file. My file is on my desktop, and I'm going to choose it and open. Okay, so depending on how long your video is, determines how long this process is going to be. As you can see at the very bottom, the processing status. So that will be down there. And again, it can take a long time sometimes, depending on how long the video is. But while I wait for that, I'm going to go through and enter these details. So you want to enter a title for the video. This is normally defaults to whatever the file name is. So for me, I'm just going to keep it at what it is. And then I'm going to go all the way down. If there's a playlist I want to add this to, I can do that. So I'm just going to choose one. And then I'm going to go down under audience. YouTube has made this required. It's for the protection of kids, but you have to let them know if the video is made for kids. So I'm going to select no, it's not made for kids. And then you have more options. So I'm going to scroll down all the way down. Oh, it stopped my processing. Okay, let me close this and I'm going to start it up again. I'm gonna see if it'll be, it may not. I'll just view one of the settings on one of my other videos. So options, I think it's under details. Details. Let's see. Okay, so this is pretty much the steps that I was going through before. So my title and the audience, but up here is my more options this way. So these are the additional options. So I'm gonna scroll down to the comments area and I disable my comments. And then I do want to allow embedding because we're going to embed this into Blackboard. But I uncheck the publish to subscriptions feed, and my video contains paid promotion because I think those are automatically checked. So I just uncheck those. And then it gives you the option of selecting a thumbnail. So it will automatically produce some thumbnail options for you. So you can go through here and choose which one you want. I'll leave it at that one. And then that you would just do save. So these are the same steps that you would have went through the other way. It's just in a different format. And also at the end of the other way that it takes you, the very last step is to choose the visibility. And those options are, you can make it public, unlisted, or private. If you make it public, that means everyone on YouTube will be able to see it. If you make it listed, only those who have a copy of the link will be able to view it. And then if it's private, then it's private to you. So no one but you will be able to view it. So those are the options too. So you'll see that in that third step of when you're uploading the video. Right. And when you're done, you can just select submit, I think, or okay, whatever that option is. All right, so once you have done that and uploaded the video, you'll want to go to YouTube Studio. So I'm already in it, but if it doesn't automatically transfer you to YouTube Studio, if you go up to your account, the little icon in the upper right corner, account, you should have a YouTube Studio option there. Okay, I don't have it now because I'm currently in YouTube Studio, as you can see from the icon right here on the left. But if you select that, it will take you, it will give you an option to go to YouTube Studio. Once you are in YouTube Studio, over in the left panel, select subtitles. And then you want to go to the video that you want to add those subtitles to. So I'm going to select Collaborate Sample Video 1. Okay, now under subtitles, you see it has published automatic. That means that I have automatic subtitles applied to this video. Now, it does take a minute for the subtitles to post or to be added. So after you upload the video, they won't be immediately available. You will have to wait a while for that. So just keep checking back to see if they have been added, but just know they aren't immediate either. All right, so I'm going to hover over this line, the English line, and I have under subtitles next to published, I have 3 dots. I'm going to select those, the options, and I'm going to select edit on Classic Studio. And now I am where I can start editing those subtitles. So I'm going to select edit up here at the top. Okay, and now I can start going through my video to edit the subtitles. You want to always edit your subtitles because YouTube auto-generated subtitles, they're not going to catch everything you say the correct way. And depending on where you're from, it can say a whole lot of stuff. So you want to make sure that you come in here, play your video, go through the subtitles to correct them. So to correct them, you simply press play. I don't know if you all can hear it, but it's actually playing my video. So I'm going to press play again, and I can just go up here into this text box and make the changes that I need to make. Okay. And as I start typing, I don't know if you noticed or can hear it, but as I start typing, it pauses the video so that I can complete my edits. And then when I'm ready, I can start back. Okay. And I'm just going to make some edits to this very first part, so we'll have something to compare it to. And so far, I've only had one incorrect word. Most of mine are punctuation. Okay, so I'm gonna think I need. Okay, so I'm going to put a period at the end and let that do. All right, so once you get through editing your subtitles, you have the option before you save your changes. Before I save the changes, you do have the option of going to the actions button, and you can download those subtitles that you just edited. Okay, so if you need a transcript, you can download it from here from the changes that you just made. And that'll give you a transcript. The file will save as a .svv file, and you can open it in a text file. It does include the timings as well. So if you don't want the timings, you can just remove those from your text file. All right, now I'm going to select Save Changes. Okay, so now you'll notice under Published, I have two versions of the subtitles. Okay, I have English Automatic and then I have English. The English Automatic are those automatically generated subtitles that YouTube did. It's the one that is not correct. English is the one that I updated. So that's the one I want to keep. I want to get rid of the old subtitles that YouTube did. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select on English Automatic. And then I'm going to choose Unpublish. And then I'm going to delete the draft. Right? It's confirming that I want to delete it and letting me know any edits will be lost. So I'm going to delete the draft. And now I am left with the subtitles that I created, or not created, but updated that version. Okay, and I can play this to make sure. Let me turn the captions on, and you can see that these are the ones I made. I changed that word enter. My punctuation is in there, so this is the version that I updated. All right, so once you do that, that is it for adding your subtitles. Your subtitles have been added. But if your video does not produce auto-generated subtitles, there are other options for you to add those subtitles. So I'm going to go back to YouTube Studio. I'm going to return to YouTube Studio. And again, just because the subtitles aren't there immediately after you finish uploading your video does not mean you don't have any. Just give it a minute or give it a little while to see if they do generate. But if they don't generate, I'm going to go back to subtitles. And then I'm going to open this video here. Now, if you have a video that the subtitles don't automatically generate, over here in the subtitles column, instead of published automatic there, it'll just say add. And you'll just select the add button. So I'm going to select options. Now the next few steps that I'm about to do are only because this video has auto subtitles. So you won't have to do this if your video does not have auto subtitles, but I have to go through these steps just to get to the point to show you the options that you have if you don't have the auto subtitles. So I'm going to go back to edit and create in Classic Studio. Right, and I'm going to choose unpublish. And then I'm going to save my changes. All right, so now I'm going to choose add new subtitles or closed captions. So it already has one here that says English. So I'm going to select English, and I'm going to discard the published subtitles. And again, these are just steps I had to take to get to this point. This is where I want to be. If you don't have automatic subtitles, when I said you'll have that add button instead, once you select that add button, it'll bring you directly here. So these are the options you have. So you can upload a file. So if you already have a script, and you can upload that text file here using this option. You have the transcribe and auto sync option. So this one you can type or paste in a full transcript of the video, and YouTube will automatically set the timing for it. So I'm going to click on it and show you that real quick. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So what you'll do is you'll play your video and you type in the text or the words that you hear. And as you type, again, it automatically pauses the video. Okay, and when you stop typing, the video starts playing again, so that you can, it's like you listen, then type, listen, then type. Whereas the other way, I had to always press play after I typed, but this way it automatically pauses and starts the video for you. I'm gonna pause that. So after you're done with that, you can set your timings. And it'll take a minute for your timings to appear as well. So once you get done with this, you'll just wait for those timings to be to be rendered. So you'll just have to keep check on that too. Keep checking back. All right, so for me, I'm going to delete this draft because I don't want to publish it. Okay, I want to be able to get back here. And then your last option, English, is create new subtitles or closed captions. So with this one, you type in the captions as you watch the video as well. But with this one, it looks kind of like when you're editing the auto-generated subtitles. So I'm going to select that one. And here, you just play it. And this would be empty. This is opening because I do have those, they have those auto-generated captions. So that's why I currently have text in here, but this would normally be empty. But you'll just play it, and then you will come and type in the text that's being typed, that's being spoken up here, and press enter after every sentence or however you want to make that look. Okay, so I'm going to delete this draft as well. And I'm going to return to YouTube Studio. Okay, so before I go to the portion of showing you how to get the embed code, are there any questions on what I've covered so far?
We have two. What's a good guideline for for the length of your session?
For what now?
What's a good guideline
I didn't hear that.
What's a good guideline for the session length? I mean, how long should the video be at the time before when you upload?
I'm sorry, Amy, you're breaking up on my end.
I'm breaking up. Okay.
Okay, that's better. That's better.
Oh, okay. Okay. What's a good guideline for session length of how long does the video need to be?
Session length? You mean the collaborate session?
Yeah.
This is Deborah. I would not go over an hour, and I'd probably try to keep it a little bit less than that, especially now. We've been getting ours back we've been doing about an hour, and we've been getting them back within 24 hours. But as more people start using it, plus the shorter, the better. I mean, you know how it is when you go try to watch an hour-long video. Yeah. But I would not go over 60 minutes at all.
And then that goes along with if you're going to be putting it into YouTube for subtitles, hour-long video, that's a really long transcript. There's a lot of subtitles that you're going to have to go through editing. So yeah, I agree with Deborah on that one.
Okay, the next question is there a way to add math symbols into the subtitles?
I don't think so. I think you can only add the symbols on your keyboard. There's not an option for YouTube, like they don't have an option that you can click on that has math equations. So I don't think so. I could be wrong. That's something I would suggest you may want to Google to find out. But as far as I've seen so far, I have not seen that. But again, it could be possible that's something I just haven't looked into. So you may want to Google that as well.
And that's all we have. That's all the questions I have right now.
Okay. So we're going to go back to our YouTube video. So I'm going to select videos over here in the left-hand panel. And I'm going to open one of these in YouTube. So I'm going to select the view on YouTube icon. And this is going to open my video on YouTube. Okay. So from here, Oh, that's me. I thought someone was asking a question. It automatically started playing. So I'm going to select share. You have a share option here. And then you have an embed option. So I'm going to select embed. All right. Now over in this right-hand panel, this is your embed code, the iframe. Underneath it, you have a checkbox to start at. So if there's a specific part in the video you want students to see, you can select this checkbox and tell it to start the video at that point. So you have that. That's a good option as well. Under embed options, you have show player controls and enable privacy enhanced mode. So I'm going to select that option. And what that does is when it's on, YouTube won't store the information about visitors on your website unless they play the video. So I'm going to enable that. And once you have your settings chosen, you just select copy. And it's going to copy that embed code for you. All right. So now, if there aren't any other questions on YouTube about the YouTube portion, I'm going to stop sharing and give it back to Deborah so she can show you how to put this embed code into your course. All right, there you go, Deborah.
Let me turn my audio back on and then let me get my sharing going again. I've seen some great questions come across, so we hope we got most of them answered for everybody. And then we'll have some time at the end if we didn't. So I'm going to share and go back to my course. I didn't grab Erica's code, but I grabbed some more embed code just like she did from YouTube. And I want to explain kind of what's happened here because I know a lot of you are used to using the mashup. Right now, Google decided right before all this happened that they would decrease the number of queries that we could have. And by query, I mean searches for YouTube videos and use the mashup. They decided to decrease it to a number of 10,000. Well, that would be okay if it was 10,000 per college, but unfortunately, it is 10,000 per system because when I tried to set it up for 22 colleges, they said, you are abusing the system. Please delete all these other projects. So I had to go back to one project and we only have 10,000 queries. So if somebody gets on early in the morning, they can get in. But if not, by about 10 or 11 o'clock, we've used up all our search queries. So it's a lot better right now to go ahead and use embed. So I'm going to go over here to my lessons tab and show you how to embed. And we also have another webinar that covers this really well. So you can come in here and do build content, and I'm just going to use an item today. You can see where I've already added some. And so under item, you give it a name. I'm just going to call this YouTube embed. And then you come and click on HTML. And then the code that Erica showed you a minute ago, the embed code that you copied. Whoops, I did the wrong one. You actually put that embed code in here that you copied from that other frame and then update it. That should give you a yellow box so you know that you've got a frame inside of Blackboard. And then when I click submit, I picked one on welding just off of YouTube, but you would pick your video. And then you can put that in here and add some, and then your students can actually play by using the embed. I'm still working with Google. Blackboard's working with Google. We're all trying to get Google to up their query quota. But until that happens, I would recommend that you embed it at this time. Hopefully we'll get that back soon because I don't want everybody to have to try to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to be able to find a video. But at least we do have the workaround that we can use for YouTube videos at this time and embedding the ones that you've done closed captioning for. Okay. And do we have any questions on this, Amy? I'm going to go ahead and stop my sharing. And so Erica can go back to hers in case they have questions for that.
Okay.
There are none.
So that concludes what we have for you today. But if you have any questions, you can type them in the chat. If you would like to use your microphone to ask your question, just raise your hand and we'll turn your audio on for you. The raise hand option is at the bottom of your screen. So just let us know if you have any questions. I thank you all for attending today with us, but we're going to stay on and answer any questions if y'all have any.
Okay, I see Karen's hand. Just give me just a second. Okay, Karen, you should now have the ability to use your mic. Okay, Karen, go ahead if you have a question.
Karen, did you have a question? Your audio is enabled if you would like to use your microphone.